Told you that Erica Kirk was continuing Charlie Kirk's legacy, and the truth is she's not. Right when Charlie started questioning a specific nation, they took him out. Almost like they just wiped it away, because he was getting too close to the truth. Erica Kirk, the grieving widow who never once smudged her dark eyeshadow, now says the show will go on, and she forgives him. She forgives the man who we know isn't even probably the guy. And guess what? Her father worked for Raytheon's Israeli division. This isn't Charlie's legacy. And here's what we're not supposed to talk about. There is no coroner's report, no church funeral, no burial site, no official autopsy.
It's been just over a month since the Charlie Kirk scandal exploded. And trust me, the noise hasn't died down for a second. The man accused, Tyler Robinson, is still on trial, and people are calling it one of the most secretive cases in American history. The courtroom? Total lockdown. No cameras, no phones, no leaks. Nothing. Reporters say the silence feels like something ripped straight out of a political thriller. But here's the twist. That airtight gag order? It can't stop Candace Owens. She's back, breaking the silence again, and this time she's spilling tea so hot it's burning up the internet.
The point that I'm making here is that I had assumed, clearly wrongly, that we'd all maybe be on a group chat communicating, raising hell and demanding answers from the feds, from the police, from the White House even. Certainly, at the very least, pointing out the very many holes in this story. And if any one of us had the audacity or the desire to carry on Charlie Kirk's show, that would be the appropriate venue for asking those sorts of questions. But no, I was wrong. Silence. Silence is what we were met with. In fact, I am told that these people believe the official narrative.
Candace Owens. She wasn't even there. Still, she says she's uncovered proof that Charlie Kirk was betrayed by everyone around him. The judge insists it's all about integrity, fairness, and civility. But let's be honest, if we're talking integrity, maybe they should have started with the crime scene itself. Because this story, it's already looking like a cover-up waiting to crack wide open. While integrity and diligence, please, integrity at the crime scene would have been a good place to start. Maybe actually roping it off, maybe running ballistics, maybe not pouring cement over it right after the autopsy. But no. Gag order, silence, cover it up, move on. And that's exactly why this story is only getting wilder. People online are asking the same question. Was Erica's sudden rise just perfect timing? Or the result of something much deeper hiding behind that polished image? The internet split right down the middle. Some defend her, saying she's just a strong woman taking charge in chaos. Others whisper she knew way more than she's admitting. Either way, one thing's crystal clear. This saga just got way messier. Candace Owens just dropped another bombshell, and it's shaking everything. She's now claiming that Erica Kirk, as CEO of Turning Point, might have actually known what was coming before it happened. And if that wasn't jaw-dropping enough, she's pulling Erica's mother into the picture too. According to Candace, Erica's mom wasn't some innocent bystander. She allegedly played a major role behind the scenes. This isn't just family drama anymore. It's starting to sound like a full-blown political scandal that stretches far beyond what we see in public. So buckle up, because we're about to unpack this roller coaster piece by piece. Ever since Charlie Kirk's sudden and tragic death, Candace Owens has been on a mission. She's determined to expose what really happened, no matter how deep it goes. And she's made it clear, she's not backing down. Not now, not ever. Hey, can I ask something? It might sound a little off topic, but how exactly did your mom end up choosing Phoenix? Well, according to Erica, it all started when her mom decided to leave Ohio in search of bigger opportunities for women in business. Phoenix was booming.
Hey, can I ask a question? This might be off topic. How did your mom choose Phoenix?
So she chose to move to Phoenix from Ohio because there was more of an opportunity for a female business owner out here, especially from the standpoint of she was getting involved with the government, so Homeland Security and Department of Defense. And so she had other business partners that were out here that were already in that industry, even one that was a mentor of hers. So it was really convenient to be able to come all together in one place to really have that. But my father ended up moving out here as well because my grandparents had a home out in Sun City. And so it took a little bit to get everyone out here. It took several years, but but by that time, everyone was out here, so we had a little bit more family than just us.
Erica once shared the story herself. It's that classic husband and wife contrast. His version short and simple, hers filled with layers and details. But it's the setting that really grabs you. That same year, in May, she took a pilgrimage to Israel with her mom, with one purpose: to pray for her future husband. She described leaving prayers in every sacred crevice, every stone, every wall.
I know how Erica and Charlie met. Do you want to know how they met? Okay, let's find out.
So if you ask him, this is the typical husband-wife. Like, the husband has a very Spark Notes version, condensed, and then the woman has the longer, more meandering version. So I'll try to blend the two. But the interesting point is that year, that was in August. In May, I had taken a pilgrimage with my mom to Israel. And my whole intention of that trip was to find my future husband. If there was a hole in a rock anywhere to put...
The energy online is electric, explosive. And honestly, if even half of what she's claiming turns out to be true, it could shake Turning Point and several powerful names right down to their core. Here's where it gets truly wild. Tyler Robinson, the man accused in the Charlie Kirk case, wasn't caught by a major investigation. His own family reportedly turned him in after recognizing his face on national TV. Can you imagine that moment? Within hours, the story blew up across every major outlet, and soon after, the FBI had him in custody. Now he's standing trial in what people are calling one of the most secretive courtroom battles in U.S. history. No cameras, no recordings, no leaks, total blackout. Reporters say getting near that courthouse feels like stepping into another world. No access, no transparency, no freedom to speak. And as for Candace Owens, let's set the record straight. There's zero proof she was involved in any of this. In fact, insiders say that in another world, she would have been the natural heir to the TPUSA throne. But not anymore. Something happened. A quiet falling out, whispers that she went too deep down the rabbit hole. And now, she's not just off the guest list. She's not even invited. Yeah, she's not. She's not even one of the names mentioned anymore. You don't think she'll be at the funeral? No. Not a chance. She doesn't speak at events. She's not part of the circle. It's like she's been erased from the picture.
Is Candace even involved in Charlie Kirk's life at all?
No question, proof that Candace Owens is nothing, has nothing to do. She would be in a perfect world if they didn't have this. What I already know was a very quiet breakup where she got too rabbit hole for him. She would be the logical heir to the TPUSA throne, but she's not.
And now she's not even invited.
Correct. So this is so their divide is.
Wait a minute, not invited meaning
she's not even there.
Yeah, she's not there. One of the names.
Wait, you don't think she'll be at the funeral?
No.
That's
I mean,
not the funeral.
The heir to the TPUSA throne.
She doesn't speak at the events anymore.
I mean,
now everyone's asking the same questions. What are they trying to hide? Why silence so many voices at once? Some say it's just standard legal procedure. Others, they think it's a full-on cover-up meant to bury the real story for good. The mystery's getting thicker by the day, and the internet's losing its mind trying to read between the lines. And yes, it's official. The court isn't playing around this time. But before we dive deeper, I want to start tonight's show by addressing what's been circulating online. Specifically, that group text chain released by Candace Owens. Let's clear the air. The screenshots are real. They came straight from a thread I shared privately, and honestly, I'm glad they're out there. Because for once, the truth isn't hidden anymore. It's finally on the table. Now, with everyone tied to this case completely silenced.
But I want to take the start of this show to address some of the things that have been going around on public, namely about a group text chain that has been made known and released by Candace Owens. And I just want to address it head on because, that was a screen grab that I had shared with people. So it is authentic. And I want to go into it because I actually am really excited that the truth is out.
It's going to take a lot more than a courtroom order to keep Candace Owens quiet. She's made it crystal clear she's not afraid of legal threats, and no gag order is strong enough to stop her from revealing what she claims she's uncovered about Charlie's case. Just days after the ruling dropped, Candace shocked everyone again with a massive announcement. She went public with new revelations about Erica Kirk, their complicated marriage, and even Erica's mother, who she says played a mysterious behind-the-scenes role in everything. The moment it hit, social media went up in flames. Thousands of comments, dueling live streams, and endless debates about whether Candace was exposing the truth or pushing too far. And the way she said it didn't sound like speculation. It sounded like she's holding receipts. Whatever Candace knows, it's clear she's hinting at something big enough to flip the entire narrative upside down. And if that's true, this story is about to blow wide open. Because now comes the twist that changes everything. Candace Owens is claiming Erica Kirk wasn't just a grieving partner. She was strategically placed in Charlie Kirk's life, what Candace calls a honeypot, a distraction with a mission. According to her, Erica's entire relationship with Charlie might have been part of a much bigger plan. And guess what? That plan seems to have worked. Because right after Charlie's death, Erica Kirk slid seamlessly into the top seat as the new head of Turning Point America. And if you're wondering how she even crossed paths with Charlie in the first place, buckle up. This part sounds straight out of a political thriller. Apparently, years ago, Erica's mother relocated to Scottsdale to launch her own private security firm. But that's not what's turning heads. In one of Erica's old interviews, she casually dropped a bomb. Her mom had connections to the Department of Justice and Homeland Security. Yes, she actually said that on record. So, let's unpack that for a second. If her mother truly had those kinds of government ties, that means she likely had access to top-level systems, contracts, and circles of influence most people could never touch. And now, years later, Erica sits at the helm of one of the most politically powerful organizations in the country, immediately after her husband's sudden passing. The timing alone has social media detectives losing their minds. People are combing through interviews, old filings, and archived footage, trying to figure out if this was coincidence or coordination. Because if even a fraction of Candace Owens' claims are true, this isn't just about romance or family anymore. It's about influence, power, and strategy at the highest levels. And here's where the story gets even spicier. Rumor has it, Erica's mom didn't just support her career. She trained her. Yeah, you heard that right. People online are whispering that Erica's mother didn't just raise her, she molded her into what some are now calling a honeypot. Someone strategically placed to charm her way into powerful circles and climb fast. Sounds crazy, right? But then you realize Erica won Miss Arizona on her first try, and suddenly that rumor doesn't sound so far-fetched. That kind of timing, it's just a little too perfect. And if you think that's coincidence, wait until you hear this. According to Erica herself, her first encounter with Charlie Kirk happened while she was in Israel with her mom. And according to Candace Owens, it was her mother who encouraged her to get close to him. Like seriously, what are the odds? Then, as fate, or maybe something else, would have it, they reconnected later when Charlie interviewed her for a position at Turning Point USA. That's when everything started moving fast. But hold up, this is where things twist hard. Candace is now hinting that Erica might have had foreign intelligence ties, the kind of people who move in silence behind the scenes. She even suggests those same connections could have had a hand in what happened to Charlie, and that the true insider behind it all might have been closer to him than anyone realized. Now, it's worth noting, these are still claims, but the internet is eating it up. Some say Candace is stretching the truth. Others believe she's uncovering something far bigger than anyone ever imagined. Either way, this story has gone from shocking to absolutely explosive. And just when you think it can't go any deeper, it does. According to Candace Owens, Erica Kirk wasn't just a supportive wife. She allegedly had serious control over Charlie's life and over his entire empire. People close to Turning Point say that even before Charlie's passing, Erica Kirk was already quietly calling the shots behind the scenes, despite not being listed as an official board member. According to Candace Owens, Erica's reach went way beyond routine decision-making. She allegedly helped secure major overseas donors, convincing Charlie to push certain international narratives in exchange for funding and media deals. That's not small influence. That's the kind of power that can reshape an entire organization. But it doesn't stop there. Candace also claims Erica and her mother had deep connections to foreign intelligence networks, and that those ties turned Turning Point America into one of the biggest unofficial allies for outside interests operating inside the US. And guess what? According to Candace, that kind of influence didn't come easy or clean. She says that to pull all of it off, Erica had to eliminate anyone who stood in her way, and that included Candace herself. Yep, Candace says she was pushed out, silenced, and discredited the moment she started asking the wrong questions. That's when she began digging deeper, and what she uncovered has everyone's heads spinning. It's wild when you think about it. Politics, power, and betrayal, all colliding in a scandal that grows bigger every single day. Now let's rewind, because this next part hits different. Everyone remembers when Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk built Turning Point America from the ground up, a powerhouse duo, bold, loud, and unstoppable. But then, out of nowhere, they drifted apart, and no one ever understood why. Well, according to Candace, that distance wasn't an accident. It was masterminded by Erica Kirk herself. Candace says Erica Kirk saw her as a direct threat, someone with too much influence, too much audience pull, and too much loyalty from Charlie himself. In Candace's words, Erica wanted total control, and Candace was standing in her way. So piece by piece, Erica allegedly convinced Charlie to cut ties, framing it as creative differences or a new direction. But behind the scenes, it wasn't evolution, it was strategy. And it didn't stop there. Candace claims Erica went even further, quietly surrounding herself with people who shared her mindset and placing them in top positions at Turning Point. That way, every move, every message, every decision had Erica's fingerprints on it. The wildest part? People online are now digging through old interviews and noticing the tension that was hiding in plain sight the whole time. What once looked like a normal business split now feels like a calculated power play. Insiders are saying the organization slowly shifted. Loyalty moved away from Turning Point's original mission and toward foreign donors who shared Erica's agenda. The turning point came when Candace Owens dropped a bombshell, a leaked screenshot of a private text conversation between Charlie Kirk and another team member. At first, everyone thought it was fake, just another viral stunt, until Josh Hammer, a real staffer, stepped forward and confirmed it was 100% real. He admitted he was the one texting Charlie in that very chat. That revelation blew the internet wide open, and suddenly, everything started to make sense. According to sources inside Turning Point, right after Charlie's tragic death, the board wasted no time, immediately diving into high-level meetings to decide who would take over as CEO. And guess whose name was reportedly sitting right at the top of that list? Candace Owens. Even though she hadn't been involved in the day-to-day grind for a while, she still held a board seat, and many believed she was the natural heir to carry on Charlie's legacy. But then came the twist no one saw coming. Just days before the leadership vote, major donors allegedly stepped in, warning the board that every dollar of funding would vanish unless Erica Kirk was unanimously chosen as president. That's a power move on a whole different level, and it left the board torn between loyalty and survival. Sources say the tension was explosive. Closed-door meetings, late-night calls, votes flipping overnight. And within days, Erica was officially in charge. For many, it didn't feel like a transition. It felt like a takeover. Meanwhile, Candace Owens quietly stepped back. But insiders say that's when she really started digging, and what she's uncovered since might finally explain why that leadership shift happened so fast. Then came the twist that sent shockwaves through political circles. It's being alleged that former President Trump himself quietly vouched for Erica Kirk to take over as CEO of Turning Point America. Yep, that's what insiders are saying. And when you line it all up, the timing, the donor pressure, the lightning-fast leadership swap, it stops looking like coincidence and starts looking like a long-planned power play that had been set in motion long before Charlie's tragedy ever happened. Now Candace Owens isn't holding back. She's openly accusing Erica Kirk of not only betraying Charlie, but also manipulating him the moment he began pulling away from certain political alliances. what Candace calls the international loyalty game. And honestly, that's wild. But for anyone who's been paying attention, this might not be as shocking as it sounds. Fans have been side-eyeing Erica Kirk for months. From that eerily calm public speech she gave just days after Charlie's passing, to the way she stepped right back into hosting his show barely 2 weeks later, something just felt off. Her composure wasn't strength anymore. It was almost unsettling. Not what anyone expected from someone facing such a deep personal loss. Social media exploded. Threads, comments, and emotional breakdowns everywhere. Some said she was just staying strong. Others whispered she'd already been ready for this moment. And if Candace Owens' claims are even halfway true, that Erica was strategically placed in Charlie's life, it suddenly explains a lot. Her rapid rise, her seamless control, and the timing of it all. It might also explain why the government moved so fast to impose that massive gag order, silencing private investigators and even content creators like Candace herself. Because think about it, if there's any truth to these claims, we could be looking at one of the most explosive stories in modern political history. And somehow, it still feels like we've only seen the surface. Then, just like that, this saga flipped everything upside down. Candace Owens, explosive allegations that Erica Kirk secretly controlled and betrayed Charlie set the entire internet on fire. Fans went wild. Comment sections flooded with theories, screenshots, and old interview clips being dissected frame by frame. One viral comment summed it up perfectly. It's pretty clear Erica was trained her whole life for a high-profile position, and that mysterious symbol she's been wearing, it's giving major power player energy. Now people are buzzing with one question. What kind of public role is Erica Kirk really preparing for next? Some are even whispering that Erica Kirk is being positioned for something far bigger than Turning Point itself. The talk online ranges from quiet political ambitions to full-blown media domination. And no matter which side you're on, everyone agrees. There's something strange about how fast everything moved after Charlie's passing. Viewers are now revisiting her old interviews, slowing down clips, and pointing out what they call that unbothered look in her eyes, saying she never seemed truly connected to Charlie, while he looked completely devoted to her. One viral comment summed it up perfectly. He was in love, but she was in business. That line alone has been shared thousands of times across platforms. Now, opinions are split. Some believe Candace Owens nailed it, that Erica was strategically placed in Charlie's life with a purpose. Others think Candace is simply connecting dots that don't actually exist. But one thing's for sure, this is no longer just personal drama. It's become a battle of loyalty, influence, and power playing out in real time, right before our eyes. So tell me, what do you think? Was Erica truly placed in Charlie's life for a reason? Or is this just social media spinning wild theories? Drop your thoughts down below. I want to hear every take. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, because this story, it's nowhere near over. Trust me, the next chapter is about to get even wilder. See you in the next one.